Hello, everybody. Dan here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. All right, so let's get right into it, guys. Today's video is about 90 Day Fiancé or 90 Day The Single Life, and it's about an argument between Jamal and Tim Malcolm. And you guys, if you've watched the show, maybe you haven't, but if you've watched it, you know that Jamal and Tim have been going at each other's throats basically the entire season. Jamal dating Veronica, and of course that relationship ending. And Tim, being the ex in the whole situation and being around and kind of getting into arguments with Jamal, throughout the season and definitely during the tell-all. Now, what's interesting is that you guys know that Tim has had these rumors kind of hanging, above his head about his sexual orientation. Is Tim Malcolm gay? Has been a hot topic in the 90 Day Fiancé universe for months and years. Even the last time that Tim was on, which was just last season, he called Kenny daddy, and then it got people wondering if Kenny was cheating on Armando with Tim. And so everyone was asking questions about Tim, and Tim did come out and address the rumors that no, he is not gay and he is straight, but people think he is gay and he likes to play it up and so on and so forth. Well, on this season of The Single Life, on the tell-all, Jamal is the latest person that is accusing Tim of being gay. And so this is the video for today. Let's get right into it, guys, because this is a funny one in my opinion. So Jamal has receipts as feud with Tim Malcolm turns ugly during the Single Life tell-all. So Jamal Menzies brings up rumors about Tim Malcolm being gay as they continue arguing over Tim's close relationship with Veronica. Tim and Jamal's feud heats up over their mutual friend Veronica, with Jamal claiming Tim is gay and questioning their friendship. Louisa accuses Tim and Veronica of pretending to be friends, calling their bond stupid. As tensions rise, Jamal makes an accusation about Tim's sexual orientation during a heated argument, and that leads to a breakdown of his friendship with Veronica. So, Jamal and Tim have locked horns as things turn ugly between them over Veronica Rodriguez during the tell-all. Tim and Veronica were together for 7 years, over a decade ago, and managed to stay friends after their split. Now, despite all this, Tim sparked rumors that he's gay. On the other hand, Veronica was the source of disputes between Tim and his now ex-girlfriend, Jennifer Tarazona. Now, Jamal has issues with how close Tim and Veronica are, and he refuses to move to North Carolina because he'd have to deal with Tim. Jamal claims that Veronica has been bad-mouthing Tim to him, and he's afraid to, he said he's not afraid. So he says he's going to air this boy out. That's what he says. So a clip from The Single Life Tell-All Season 4 shows Tim and Jamal engaged in a heated conversation, and Jamal brings up rumors about Tim's sexuality. He claims that Veronica has been bad-mouthing, Tim. The way that Veronica and Tim talk shit about each other to both of us, I don't even know how y'all are sitting next to each other, Jamal says, and Tim insists that he and Veronica joke around all the time about whether they're best friends or worse enemies. So I saw the whole thing. I don't know. To me, it's a bit of a nothing burger. But, to me, this whole relationship between Jamal and Veronica was more or less a nothing burger anyways. It was basically, you guys saw it too, right? It's not just me. It was basically a way for both of these people to come on the show. Let's be honest here. We already knew that this relationship was donezo several months ago, and several months before The Single Life even aired. We knew that this relationship was donezo. And even when you look at how they match together, Veronica Rodriguez is quite a bit older than Jamal Menzies. She has a son. She seems to be more serious in life. And Jamal, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what I saw. When I first heard that they were together between the two of them, I thought right away this is a relationship for the show. I think that Kim Menzies came on the show for two reasons. Number one was at first she was desperate to be Usman Umar, to be with him. She was, a super fan, and she was incredibly desperate, even wearing T-shirts of him all the time. And weird things like that she demonstrated this kind of creepy, stalkish behavior on the show. But I think she came there for another reason, and that was to get Jamal's foot into the door of reality TV, to get her son involved in this reality TV. And that's why I think eventually she broke everything up with Usman, because she knew that her son now had the chance to come on the show. So I think she came there for two reasons, and I think she achieved both of those reasons because she had sex with Usman and she got her boy to be on the show. But this relationship kind of smelled to me from the get-go, and you guys will let me know if I'm being critical or being harsh here, but that's how I felt. So Jamal and Tim's relationship, Jamal and Tim's feud explained. So Tim insists that at the end of the day, he and Veronica, they got each other's backs. Meanwhile, Tim's love interest, Luisa, accuses Tim and Veronica of pretending. Luisa thinks it's an act when Tim and Veronica say they're best friends who love each other. Luisa is a mess. Jamal is a mess. That's not true. Luisa says in a mocking tone as she and Jamal suggest Tim and Veronica are fake. Jamal then calls Tim and Veronica's bond effing stupid. Tim corrects Jamal, saying that that's just his opinion. Jamal just says, no, it's a freaking fact. It was like, watching that was just like a petty argument between two like high schoolers. Yeah, it's a fact. No, it's not a fact. Yeah, it's a fact. It was not really the most compelling television, in my opinion. So Jamal claims that he has proof of Veronica and Tim faking their strong bond. Although Tim tells Jamal that nothing he says can be a fact, Jamal now makes a below-the-belt comment that he knows will hurt Tim, and he insinuates that Tim is gay by calling him sweetheart. And when Tim asks why he called him that, he replies, because you're looking like one. Tim is shocked but replies, okay, do you want to F me, Jamal? That's kind of a strange term to say to a man. And then Jamal calls Tim weird. Tim and Jamal have been engaged in a feud since the Single Life Season 3 tell-all, when Veronica introduced Jamal as her love interest. Tim didn't like that Jamal was so non-committal towards his best friend, who was visibly smitten by him. Tim wished for Veronica to date someone who would reciprocate her feelings when Jamal was open about not wanting to settle down. Furious because of Tim's involvement in their relationship, Jamal and Veronica got into major arguments during the Single Life Season 4, and it now seems Tim might be the cause of Veronica and Jamal possibly breaking up. And so that's the story, guys. You know, you guys will let me know what you think. This was back from when Tim called Kenny daddy. I really think that the cast is playing up some of these things, you know, like Tim's gayness. I think they're playing it up for the TV. And the producers, I'm pretty sure, are giving tips and hints to all these cast members, in this case Jamal Menzies, about what topics to bring up, because they know that it will get people talking about the show. And the show, as a result, feels a bit more scripted than ever. I'm not exactly sure that the Single Life this season was a massive success. So perhaps I'll take a moment and ask you guys what you thought about that. What did you think about the Single Life this season? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you like the drama? Did you like the Tim versus Jamal drama? Let me know in the comment section what you thought about all of that. Like I said, to me, I'm not sure this was a real relationship. Maybe it was, and maybe I'm just being cynical and critical. But to me, I'm not sure that it really was, and I'm kind of glad that it's over. In the article we just went over, it said about, you know, how the relationship is possibly over, but it appears that it's been over for several months as of now. Jamal and Veronica not really being together for many months. At least that's what it appears like. So that's the video for today, guys. And also, what do you think about Tim? You know, he's been kind of messing around with this whole thing about him being gay. He's been kind of playing along with it. And of course, he has given interviews saying that he's not, but we know that he wears makeup, he wears eyeliner, and that's okay. I mean, I think a lot of rock stars in the 60s and 70s used to, you know, like have nail polish, makeup, everything. So it doesn't have to mean anything, but a lot of people have been commenting on his choices in clothing, his choices in makeup, and, you know, even the way he sits. Some people have said that, you know, he crosses his legs, just the way he sits. People just seem to really take offense to this Tim guy, and people seem to think that he is gay. So it's not exactly the first time that we hear the story. So you guys let me know what you think about all of that in the comment section down below. And last but not least, I hope that we're not going to see Tim for the next season of 90 Day Fiancé. It appears that he's been on almost every single season of the show, not necessarily as a main cast member, but just as a guest on the tell-all. He's always there, and at this point, I think that we are kind of tired of Tim always being there and giving his 2 cents. We need some fresh blood. We need some fresh cast. So hopefully this has got Tim and Veronica out of the picture for some time. One can only hope. So please give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button for more content right here on the channel. Let me know what you guys think about this whole Tim versus Jamal and Veronica in the middle situation. And I will see you guys very soon. Take care.